Hey, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Tac. Voilà. Donc ça c'est fait. Là c'est Genshin. Normalement j'ai tout bien changé. Tac. Tac. Excellent, rien n'a changé, ok. J'ai écouté. Hop. OBS, le jeu. Voilà. Alors, depuis la dernière fois, qu'est-ce qu'on a fait la dernière fois? La dernière fois, c'était un moment. C'était le combat de Scarabruto. Organisé par l'incroyable Arataki Ito. Dans le sublime Arataki Ito. Et là c'est l'événement Winds Bloom. Alizés, Souffle des Alizés, un truc comme ça, en français. Et en gros, c'est une sorte de festival de printemps à mon petit sat. Je vais d'abord faire mes quêtes quotidiennes avant de commencer. J'ai changé, bon, pas grand chose sur ma Yilan. J'ai changé quelques artefacts. Parce que comment je veux la jouer? En fait, l'attaque pourcentage, j'en ai pas besoin. L'attaque non plus. Tout ce qu'il me faut, c'est PV, PV max. Là, j'en ai un peu plus, j'en ai 27 000. Je crois que j'en avais 23 000 avant. Donc, il me faut PV, PV max. Surtout. Enfin, PV pourcentage PV. Flat, plutôt. Hop. Et donc, je vais garder le noblesse oblige. Non, c'est pas ça. Ancien rituel royal, c'est ça. Celui-là, il est bien, mais j'ai pas de PV ni de PV pourcentage, il me le faudrait. Par contre, recharge énergie et maîtrise élémentaire, c'est cool aussi. C'est ça qui m'embête. Et pourquoi je veux ça? Parce que les dés, détails, voilà, ils scale avec les PV max. Et non pas avec l'attaque ou quoi, donc avoir de l'attaque ne sert à rien, à part mes auto-attaques, mais vu que je veux m'en servir en sub DPS, en fait ce que je veux faire c'est mettre le déchaînement élémentaire et passer sur le main DPS qui sera, j'espère, Ayaka. Parce qu'avec Nomad ça scale très mal. Adaptation aisée. Ah oui, c'est quand j'ai des éléments différents, je gagne des PV. Ok. Oh, c'est quand le gars du théâtre là. Donc voilà. Mon nomade il sera mis de côté. Bon, après il est bien. Il est bien là. Enfin, j'ai peut-être encore des artefacts à lui mettre, mais. Sans quoi ça va. Elle, est-ce que j'ai le masque en fait? Je sais que j'ai farmé. Non, j'ai toujours pas le masque. J'en ai eu un autre, mais c'est défense pourcentage. Et je confonds toujours avec ceux-là. Ils sont quasiment pareils. D'ailleurs, j'ai essayé un truc. Tac. Je transforme. Oh, il manque une résine. Sérieux. Mais je transforme mes résines en ça. Du coup, techniquement, quand je fais un donjon d'artefacts, techniquement, ça me consomme 40 résines au lieu de 20. Mais à chaque fois, j'ai 2 légendaires. Donc, c'est quand même plus worse. Bon, j'ai eu le succès, lui, de ses quêtes, là. D'ailleurs, au niveau de mes primos, je commence à en avoir pas mal. J'ai fait mes vœux de débutant. J'ai eu pas grand chose d'intéressant. J'ai eu Razor. Que j'avais déjà. Du coup, j'ai eu une constellation de lui. Et sinon, je crois en armes, j'ai rien eu. Limite, j'aurais préféré avoir genre une arme en 4 étoiles ou 5 étoiles. Mais bon. Ayaka, je vais essayer de... Si je peux, avoir son arme. Merde. Chaque fois, je donne un au pif. Oh. C'est là. Récupérer toutes les histoires de voyage de l'archon géo ayant trait au souverain. Ouais. L'expérience fait le maître. Oh, c'est là. C'est là. On fera aussi après-midi, j'espère. Les quêtes d'archon là, avec Dainsleif à Sumeru. Et c'est... Apparemment, il y a pas mal d'orbes de la fatalité là. Donc les orbes des bannières des personnages à récupérer.
Busted. Game's up. Time's over. Take it easy.
Voilà. Je sais pas si le déchaînement élémentaire peut crit. Parce que ça vaudrait peut-être le coup d'avoir des critiques rate et critique damage. Hmm. Ah, faut que je fasse mes requêtes et mes primes aussi en fait, j'y pensais plus. Bon, je le ferai une autre fois, je le ferai hors stream, ça c'est pas intéressant.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Don't be scared. My guiding stars.
Mon arc il fait pas de dégâts, il fait 500 de dégâts.
Really?
Oh, il y a ça. Ouais, ça c'est cool.
Take it easy.
Au début, j'y prêtais pas attention parce que je pensais que c'était juste des fleurs.
A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Mais c'est pas juste des fleurs. Ah ouais, dans ma théière là. Je sais pas si c'était possible. J'ai débloqué une autre partie de map. Et du coup, je pouvais mettre un autre perso. Mais je ne pouvais pas le mettre là où il y avait mes persos déjà. Il fallait que je le mette ailleurs. Faut que j'ai pris la roue. Enfin, je l'ai mis du coup sur l'autre coin de la map. Et du coup, j'ai mis
Take
Rosalia.
it easy. Busted.
Upon the gale. Wretched vermin.
Hop. Voilà, normalement c'est fait. Je vais aller chercher les récompenses. J'aurais pu aller à mon stat.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete.
Hop.
Add Astra at.
Je upperai mon monde quand j'aurai Ayaka, je pense. Ou pour essayer de l'avoir. Pour dépenser des résines. Elle, je mets 4 heures pour avoir un sort. J'en ai pas de morceau de fer. Hop. Est-ce que j'ai fait les basiques là? Forger, cuisiner? Non. Hop. Voilà. Chef Mao. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. Oh. Qu'est-ce que vous vendez? Oh, donnez-moi du poisson. Hop. On va faire un truc au pif, ça, tiens. Cuisiner. Je peux pas en faire beaucoup. Ah oui, il faut du sucre. Tiens, fais-les. Je ramasse pas énormément de... C'est quoi ça? On va voir. Hop. Puis on va faire ces sushis là, ils sont bien. Ah, il y a les drops. Les drops ils sont revenus, je viens d'en gagner un. Hop. Du coup c'est le drop. Bon c'est juste des moras. Enfin juste des moras, il y en a quand même 20 000. Hein. Il y a eu l'anniversaire aussi de Chichi. Chichi Bennett Yo-Yo je crois depuis la dernière fois. Hop. Moi j'ai beaucoup d'XP. 150 000. Ouais. Récompense de forge, préparation terminée. Ouais, on verra plus tard. Let's go à mon stat. Enfin, je crois que c'est à mon stat. Je sais pas. Ouais, c'est décoré et tout. C'est pour ça que je me TP à l'IWU à chaque fois pour... parce que je voulais pas proc la quête. Je passais plutôt à mon stat.
Good day, you two. It's nice to see you here at this festive time.
So, got any jobs?
I'm afraid I'd struggle to find. With the arrival of the Wind Bloom Festival, the only task most
Merde.
Mondstatters are busy with is preparing
enculé mon
gifts
micro.
for their loved ones. Think of this period as the off-season for the Mondstadt branch of the Adventurers Guild. Spring is here, love is in the air, and everyone wants to relax and enjoy themselves. Even the cats at the tavern next door have been getting
Ew. Grub. You know that feeling you get when you burst out the doors after a nice nap, hoping to make it to the store before the limited edition drinks sell out, only to get...
Perhaps you two...
Traveler, Paimon. Thank goodness I found you. There's something I need your help with.
Woo! Sucrose? Go ahead, Sucrose. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway.
Here's the situation. I've been appointed as the Windbloom Festival's... My task is to do good deeds for people during this festival of...
Nice one! So how did they decide?
They spawn an empty bottle donated by Angel's Share inside a circle with all our names on it. Whoever's name the bottle stopped at got chosen. I think so too. But everyone said that it was to make it fair, so everyone had an equal... The thing is, I'm not great at dealing with people, so I was really daunted by it at first. But luckily, I came up with a way to spur myself on, which has helped. Have a look.
Une fiole vide?
Is that a test tube?
Yep, every time I do a good deed for someone, I get them to breathe into a test tube. That way, I can collect everyone's breaths of joy.
Sounds
C'est bizarre.
fascinating.
Yes. I believe these breaths of joy will serve as valuable raw materials for alchemical transmutation. With any luck, I'll be able to produce something...
Darn.
I can't say for sure until I have more test results to confirm my hypothesis, though. Alchemist, anyway, I'm still missing...
Oh, is that all you need help with? Fancy, just treat Paimon to a sweet madame. Then you'll get your last breath of joy. Hey, come on! Paimon's... So...
No, joy isn't measured in those... Let me put it this way. In the same way that those tender, sweet fruits are the product. For example, in my case, I would say that to experience a statistic similarly, in order to collect a...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Long story short, you want us to help you find people. Oh, that's pretty...
Oh, I figured since you're such experienced travelers, you might have some idea. Really? You have a plan?
Well, if he's in, then Paimon will help too. But, if things don't work out, can Paimon still get... Oh, come on, Traveler. This is a festival of gratitude and love.
Excuse me, Sucrose? Could I borrow you for a second? Package for you.
Oh, sure. Be right back.
Wait, is that who Paimon thinks it is? That's Klee, right? When did she arrive in Mondstadt?
Bah oui, c'est collé.
Let's go say hi.
Allons lui dire bonjour.
Klee, hey!
Oh, hey you guys. What are the chances?
You were staring into space just now. Something the matter?
Oh, j'ai un télé de
I
fou.
was just looking at a Mondstadt children's book in the souvenir shop over there.
Attends, je vais essayer de reset. Ok.
While I was flipping through it, a piece of paper
Moi, je
fell
m'en
out.
délai. Bizarre.
The writing on it was really mysterious. If you can do these things, you may light the lantern of utmost joy. And what does these things? Find a flower that is not of this world. Find a guide who will never get lost. Find one who would never lie. Find a legend that never ends. So, 4 things in total. Here, have a look. I asked a lady who owns the store about it, but she said that she didn't know anything about any paper slips.
Sucrose.
Hi there. Sorry to butt in, but what's the name of that?
Oh, it was called The Boar Princess.
That is strange. I've read that.
Do you know her? Let Paimon do the honors. Klee, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. And Sucrose, meet Klee. She's a trainee forest ranger from Sumeru's Avidia Forest. Hello.
Hi.
This is getting awkward. So, Sucrose, what are your thoughts on this prophecy?
Without having done any research, but if you want my subjective opinion, I don't think that it's a nasty prank. The only people who read children's books are those with a childlike wonder and imagination. Or children, of course. I'm sure that whoever put this prophecy there, would they really do this just to spread lies and ruin someone's innocence?
That's a great take. I love it. Exactly. Who would want to hurt a child's feelings? Okay, so what do you think the blessing?
If I had to guess, maybe a fairy. I haven't read many fairy tales, so this is pure speculation. With no other information on hand or prior research to compare against.
Wow! Her guesswork is really good though, but will she find it annoying if I keep asking? We've only just met after all. What's the best thing to say to someone you're meeting for the first time? Well, yeah.
Then, what would you wish for, Klee?
I'd wish.
Huh?
Huh? You can't waste it on that. You've got a great personality already. That's very kind of you. Klee! I know that voice.
Klee! Whew. You made good time, huh? You're way. I spotted your green hair way off in the distance. Good thing my eyes are sharp, or I'd have missed you.
Amber, have you been doing well? Did you finish?
You bet. They're getting yummier each time you make them.
Huh? Wait, remind Paimon, have you?
Bah, elle nous l'avait dit. Elle vient de Mondstadt
A long
même.
time ago, I had a lot of help from a lot of. So ever since my Alizés got better, I've been looking out for an opportunity to come back to Mondstadt and tell them all the news that I've been cured.
If it's okay with everyone, why don't I take Klee for a walk around town? I'd like to show her some of the places she didn't get to see last time.
Of course. Fine.
Sure, go right ahead. So I agreed to meet my traveling companions by the city gate in a few minutes, so I can't go with you just.
Oh, that's all right. In that case, you guys go rest up, and I'll go see Master Jean to ask for some time off.
Oh, okay.
Traveler Sucrose, could you look after her? I'll come get her later and take her out. There's still a whole bunch of people I need to introduce.
Sure, no problem.
Awesome. See.
You all right there, Klee?
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling a little shy today. Don't worry. Amber wants to introduce me to more of her friends. I've only met Sucrose so far, and I'm already struck. I wish I had a little more self-confidence. Then I'd... it's nearly time! Let's go to the...
Allons voir s'ils sont arrivés. Elle attend quelqu'un? Ah oui. Sinon.
Why is this humble windmill such a great view?
I mean, it's understandable. It must have been a long time since you last came to Mondstadt.
Because it is the true Great Vayu Viastra? Oh, come on. Don't tell me you don't get it. View, Vayu, and also Mahamatra, Vayu Viastra? No?
Tighnari! Sino! Over...
Whew, am I glad to see you. And who's this young lady?
Master, this is Sucrose, an alchemist with the Knights of Favonius. We just met. Sucrose, this is my teacher Tighnari. He's a highly respected forest watcher in Sumeru, and he's also a very famous botanist.
Kale's exaggerating. I'm Tighnari.
So you have a teacher as well. The pleasure is all mine, Tighnari, sir. Yep, he's extremely knowledgeable too. And this is General Mahamatra Sino of the Sumeru Academia. He's really famous in Sumeru as well.
Greetings. Though if I might say so, we're purely here for personal reasons. You needn't be unduly concerned with our official position. And Kale, there's no need to use my full title. Sino is fine. Or sir, if you absolutely must.
Indeed. We're not here in an official capacity. Just to keep
Keep me company? But it was you two that insisted on coming.
Kale is very important to us. We felt obliged to ensure her safety on the long, treacherous journey.
But I've been here on my own loads of times before.
What about your work, though? What if something bad happens while the General Mahamatra...
There should be no issues. I have left my duties in the hands of my subordinates, and two especially rely...
Oh, Sucrose. What were you saying about you? I was just going to mention that I think we're in a somewhat similar situation. I'm an assistant to Mr. Albedo, Mondstadt's genius alchemist.
Oh, please, Sucrose. Genius is an unnecessary epithet. It will serve only to leave an...
Mr. Albedo, but it is an object...
Hey, Albedo's here too! Great!
H. Commence à y avoir du monde.
So tell me, Sucrose, since your specialty is bioalchemy, what do you know about the antitoxic properties of the calla lily?
Wait! Can we hold off on the nerdy topic for now?
Oh, as it happens, I've studied the calla lily in quite some detail before. I wrote a whole report on my findings. If you're interested, Mr. Tighnari, sir, I can go get it for you.
We're supposed to be here on vacation, and you're already thinking about how to improve your herbal medicines? Also, I thought we'd agreed...
What new identities?
Mine was Adventurer Sino, skilled desert explorer. Tighnari's was technological consultant to the treasure hoarders. And Kale's was traveling musician. Very much so.
I do wish some of the less cautious adventurers in the Avidya forest would consider coming to Mondstadt instead. What Philanimo mushrooms lack in texture, they make up for in not causing vomiting or diarrhea.
Are you contemplating using some compounds from the calla lily?
Yes, I gathered a few on the way here, and my initial research suggests...
Okay, I got it, but it takes a huge amount of experimental data to conclusively prove how different drugs interact. add in the time for procurement and delivery of essential materials, and I'm not sure.
Then please, allow me to help.
Mr. Albedo.
Apologies for my tardy entrance in the present discussion. I understand you're looking to make an antidote for poison. If you happen to have some samples with you, or relevant documentation on hand, but before that...
Food and lodging arrangements? Were you quietly writing this up the whole time? Paimon didn't even notice!
Hardly. Rather, I should apologize for interrupting a serious discussion between trained professionals, especially after they've traveled so far to be here, when I myself am neither an adventurer nor... Nevertheless, I would encourage you to have a knowledgeable local take a look. And should you find anything here to be objectionable, it can easily...
This is too kind of you. These arrangements are quite excellent.
It looks great! Even Paimon feels like tagging along for the food and board. That's why it's called tagging along!
Very comprehensive. The adventurer, technological consultant.
Just one thing. We'd like the chance to cook as well. Why don't we change the group dinner to a camping and cooking trip?
I'll help pitch the tents!
I can help too.
And Paimon will take him to Good Hunter to order some starters. Mondstadt's cold cut platter is not to...
Great, then it's decided. Sucrose and I will bring the three of you to your inn for a quick rest. You two, let's meet by the lake this evening.
D'accord.
Hey, Sarah! Can we have a cold cut platter to go?
Sure, coming right up. Would you like anything else?
Do we, want anything else? Yay! So you do! Paimon will give you the sweet flower from that sweet madame as a wind bloom. No need to worry about that! Paimon can make room for good food.
All right, just a moment.
If that was a wind bloom treat, then Paimon wishes it could be the wind bloom.
C'est là-bas.
All right, looks like we're all here.
Not at all. We just came early to set everything up, since we happen to be free today. Klee put up the tent so quickly, but still managed to tie very sturdy knots. I didn't do much apart from passing materials around.
Thanks. It's all thanks to Master and Sino. They taught me everything I know.
What can I say? For a skilled adventurer.
Are you quite finished? Or were you going to sing each other's praises till the moon rises? That sunshine sprat was really very good. I didn't watch you cook it, but I believe that the prominent umami flavor of the dish owes itself to more than the fish alone.
That's correct. Any further deductions?
Let me think. The aroma was quite uniform. Unlike that of a spice blend, it was also unfamiliar to me. So I would, as far as edible Mondstadt plant species are concerned, calla lilies are usually small lamp grass?
That's right. I've long heard that Sumeru's fish with cream sauce is noted for its gentle texture, which brings out the tenderness of the fish. Here in Mondstadt, we're not quite as varied in the use of spices as in Sumeru, but the principle of bringing certain distinct flavors to the forefront...
I liked it a lot. I'm curious as to the exact ratio of ingredients.
I'll write a copy of the recipe for you.
Would anyone like to try the nutrient-dense meal I made?
I'll have some.
What about you, Klee? It doesn't look like you've eaten very much.
No. I just don't eat a lot normally. Sorry. I didn't mean...
Tainari. While we were on the road, we spotted something white, walking on two legs.
Which day was this?
Just after passing through Stonegate.
Sino, are you sure your eyes were working that day? Or maybe your hood was blocking your vision? Paimon always flies. There's no way she'd ever walk.
Is that right? I thought that you'd made me snacked on too many local ground nuts.
Ok, il fait des vannes.
No, not ground, you know, as in ground up, but also the ground. Ground nuts make you fall to the ground.
Vous allez écouter un silence.
Think of this as part of the process of getting to know Sino. On the bright side, these jokes show that he thinks of you as his friends.
Still, we could test the hypothesis.
What hypothesis?
That plant species indigenous to Mondstadt may have an effect on the motor functions of flying lifeforms.
Hey! Paimon's not anyway. By your logic, wouldn't that mean that eating, say, Zaitun peaches, that would make a sick Paimon peachy in no time, or hey! Not you!
I think the Traveler and Paimon's conversations are more entertaining than Sino's jokes.
I see. You must have been keeping quiet about this grievance for...
You seem much cheerier now that you're here in Mondstadt, Sino. Actually, feels like you're a completely different person.
That's because I'm Sino the Adventurer. It's not?
In fairness, you only saw him in his work mode while you were in Sumeru. He's actually like this most of the time when he's in a good mood.
Yep, it's true. Sometimes when he's eating, he'll grumble about how the bowl is too shallow for the amount of food it contains and other random stuff like that.
I understand. Then allow me to reintroduce myself. Before, you knew me as General Mahamatra Sino. Now, please see me as Sino.
Yeah, so that's another thing he does. He'll keep repeating something he thinks is funny until you...
So you have two different mental states? Almost like different phases of...
I think in your case, the two states we would end up with would be highly conscientious sucrose and... Oh, by the way, was there any reason in particular that you chose...
Oh, well, Lisa once told me that the Wind Bloom Festival is one of Mondstadt's biggest events of the year. I wanted to take this opportunity to give everyone a Wind Bloom, as a token of my heartfelt gratitude for everything they've done to look after me.
Plus, it was a good chance for Klee to get out and meet some new people.
Klee Lily.
What?
Kale's Wind Bloom. Maybe she should call it a Klee Lily. There's also Klee Flower, which would technically make more sense. But somehow...
D'accord.
Moving swiftly on...
Wow. He just completely ignored the joke and carried on the...
Sumeru's been through some major changes recently, and things at work have only just started to calm down. I don't get many opportunities to take a vacation, and this was a chance to join Klee on her trip while also learning a few things about Mondstadt's flora and fauna that I'll be able to pass on to my peers and students on my return. Two birds with one stone.
How about you, Sino?
I came to ensure Klee...
That's just an excuse. Plain...
Also, there's the matter of a Genius Invocation TCG custom-made card back.
Aha! So you did.
Have you all played Genius Invocation TCG before?
Non, j'ai pas envie d'y jouer.
Well, you should. For the sake of our When I first began contemplating getting a new card back, I asked around before eventually deciding to ask the legendary Mr. Calx for guidance. A friend of mine, Sawada, whom I played cards with on occasion, had been to Inazuma for the Irodori festival. He told me that Calx was a Mondstadter, so I should try my luck there.
Calx?
You mean, he's a friend?
I see. So, you...
No, that is inaccurate. I came here principally...
You most certainly did not. Kale's been here on the quiet numerous times, and this is the first time you felt the need to join.
Not only me...
If my writer friend were here now, I'm sure he would describe this curious...
Oh, here he comes.
Wait, you mean you're...
Having my new friends address me by my pen name feels... somewhat unusual. Please.
Huh. So you're Calx. Sino's been talking about you non-stop recently. He's intent...
You didn't have to say all that.
I don't usually take private commissions, but I believe that we are friends. Our conversations have been deep and interesting. And Sino, your passion for this game is indeed one of a kind. And given that you've come all this way from Sumeru to see me, I'd be quite honored to...
Wow, your teacher... I feel the same about yours. Well, they definitely have different...
So? How much should I budget?
Surely timeless master...
Any artwork fit to appear on the reverse of my card decks is by definition a time...
Don't mind him. These TCG nut jobs are all like this.
I see. So, this has an almost religious significance.
My jokes?
I do.
Really? I didn't see...
Well, the joke's ability to induce laughter is a separate matter.
If I might interrupt, does anyone else smell something strange?
My nutritional meal!
Will it be okay? Should we go over and take a look too?
Only the base is burned. We can still use the cooking pot. It just needs a bit of a wash.
Good thing Tainari's nose is so sharp. Has he been in this kind of situation a lot before?
I know, it's just... I'm sorry to disappoint Sino. I guess we'll have... Oh, yes. I'm not sure if you've noticed. Klee seems a little... depressed. I noticed she was in a low mood when everyone was talking. Remember that note she received? I was just thinking, I want to try solving this riddle and giving Klee the chance to accept...
Oh, yeah! She's someone...
Exactly. Maybe she'll be willing to breathe into my test tube. But anyway, that can wait. As much as I'd like to make progress in my research...
Alright, we'll help out too.
You will? Then tell me, honestly, do you...
Huh?
Alright, let's meet at the alchemy crafting bench in the city. We're back.
Oh, what a shame. You just missed a joke about windmills.
Stop, please.
Mm.
I don't need...
That bad, huh?
Didn't you say you want to see the Dragon of the East at some point? When are you going?
Tomorrow morning. And you? What are your...
I'll go into the mountains to have a stroll and collect a few plants to
Perhaps I could join you? I'll be looking for inspiration for these card back.
Found you!
Là.
I knew I was onto something as soon as I saw the fire.
Wow, you have...
That's an outrider for you.
Uh-oh. Did we break the fire safety rules?
Actually, you didn't. Strictly speaking, you should have reported your plans first. But since two of our very own alchemists are here, I'm happy... Ah, yes, introductions. I'm Amber, and this is the Reconnaissance Company Captain Eula, a good friend of mine.
La capitaine de l'unité de reconnaissance.
Good evening. You are friends of Klee, yes? A pleasure to meet you.
Oh, Amber and Eula. The pleasure is ours. I've heard a lot.
Oh, really? All positive, I hope.
You asked that last time too. Of course it was positive.
I'd say. We hear the latest news about you every time you write to Klee.
Glad to know we've made a good impression so far. Anyway, we're just here to collect Klee, so don't let us interrupt your chat. Come on, Klee. We're gonna take you to check out a few scenic.
Okay, great.
Still as high and...
You know Amber.
Yes, we've met. She's Kalee's most important friend.
That's Amber for you. Her outgoing personality means she can make friends with just about anyone.
It's getting late, and we still have a lot lined up tomorrow. I suggest we all head back and get...
All right, I'll start packing.
You're gonna get the tone-deaf bard to check out that note, aren't you? Knowing him, he should be hitting the... We can go corner him and make...
Trop cool, on voit plein de monde. En vrai. Donc là, on va aller voir Venti, qui est au camp au bar. Oh, il est tout seul au bar. Il boit tout seul. Oh. Putain, il y a une maxi chauve en plus.
It's been a while. Paimon called it tone-deaf bard drinking. Put your drink down and get your game face on. We've got some important... So, what do you make of it?
Aren't you forgetting something? It's the Wind Bloom Festival right now.
Well, if you won't tell us the answer, could you at least tell us...
Sounds to me like you want a hint or two. The person who wrote this prophecy is very powerful. If you manage to solve the riddle, good things are sure to... Also, I happen to know where this lantern is. Once you've found the 4 things, I'll even write the location down for you. Isn't that generous of me?
Whatever. We weren't You can get back to guzzling wine.
Oh, woe is me. Paimon sees me as nothing more than a drunken wastrel. There are actually a great many things that we bards are required to do. Once this is over, would you like to join me for a drink? You know, a favor for a favor.
Quit following me.
A flower that is not of this world. Not of this world.
Sucrose! We've got some good news and some bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
What?
Huh? Really? Don't most people usually want to hear... Oh, alright then. Basically, we went to Windrise to divine the breeze. The wind said that the prophecy is real and that your ideas are real.
That doesn't sound like bad news. So what?
Paimon... blame Sino. If it's not funny, then it's his fault.
It's fine. Now, back to the other issue I've been mulling over. I was thinking about the flower that is not of this world. It could mean a human-cultivated variety that doesn't occur in nature. But that's basically claiming that it doesn't come from this world, and so the initial question is, but then, supposing we identified something...
Woo! Slow down!
Okay, I did have one other line of thought as well. What about a flower created using alchemy? Would that be not of this world? Albedo may know the answer, but asking him it would render our search for the truth meaningless.
Could it be the Wind Bloom?
Oh, now that you mention it, that's definite. The Wind Bloom doesn't refer to a specific flower, in which case, the Wind Bloom doesn't exist in reality. This does... I've made a note. Okay, I better go read up on this.
Yay! Paimon was actually useful this time! Guess we have that sweet madame to thank, huh?
I'll need some time to prepare.
Sure thing! In the meantime, but, since we're really going for this now, shouldn't we say—
I originally wanted to leave it as a surprise for her, but you're right, Paimon. I'll need to be— Alright.
J'ai rien fait. D'accord, c'est les quêtes. Et ça, c'est les défis. Je pense. Bon, on va continuer les quêtes. Merde. Ah mais c'est pas... Oh le surlendemain. Oh j'ai pas vu.
Today's the day! Let's go meet up with Sucrose!
Today is the day.
Need me to come up with some for you?
Sucrose, we're here!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. I only just arrived and Klee just passed by a moment ago. She said she had some things to sort. Apparently, Tighnari and Cyno both went out, but she stayed behind because she wanted to help us. Not too bad. After reviewing it again with fresh eyes, I came up with a new theory which seems to hold some water. I believe that each of the 4 things in the prophecy refers to a different field of knowledge. So, in a way, but it's unlikely for any one person to also, in 2 out of the 4 areas, the
So it sounds like we should put our heads—
Exactly. I think we can go through—
Alright, then let's start from group 1!
Personally, I would still go with Albedo for this one. Alchemy is the most likely to have to do with otherworldly things.
Exactly! You're the
Huh?
Oh, but what about Tighnari? He's a forest watcher and knows all about plants.
Alright, I'll add him on to group 2. This subject is a guide who will never get lost.
That's kind of abstract.
Wait, but they have to be able to guide others too. So it's not quite as simple as that.
Oh, you mean Mona? Yep.
Mona. Yes, she certainly seems very confident.
Would Bennett count? Well, his luck's so bad that as long as you go in the opposite direction from him, you'll always be going the right way, right?
I see.
Add him to the list. Finding everyone won't take—
I know. Would Outrider Amber be a
Yeah, she would! She's got a great sense—
Yes, she's certainly a good guide.
Is there anyone else?
Let me think. Yes, Albedo once made a set of equipment for Mika from the reconnaissance company. He's their surveyor and an exceptional pathfinder. He's even instructed others in the discipline of surveying before. So, in my view, he's highly unlikely to lose his way, and would be very—
Cool! Another—
Wait, Klee should have been here by now. Wonder what's taking her so long. Sorry.
Oh, you wanna go see how she's doing, right?
Elle est là.
Hi, Klee. Hope we're not intruding or anything. Is everything okay?
Sucrose! Is it time already? Oh no,
Don't worry. The Traveler and I only just met up.
Thank you. I'm ready to join you now.
So let's pick up where we left off.
Next up is the third line. One who would never lie. Anyone spring to mind? You really think so? Seems like it would be pretty difficult for some...
Then what about Kaya? He's the cavalry captain and a rather popular figure, but...
You think there's something fishy about him too, huh? Yeah, he's
I can't help but agree with...
There's the tone-deaf bard! But on second thought,
Acting Grandmaster Jean? She has, for example, when Lisa loses track of time in the library and misses her patrol shift, Jean will come up with some excuse. Like, Lisa's also... She sometimes makes up stories to get Klee to behave. Like the one about the big monster that comes to catch naughty kids who don't go to bed up.
White lies are still lies, but do we really have to reject her because of some harmless fibs? It's not like no, we're the ones being strict.
Rosaria doesn't strike me as the type of person to lie. Oh, Klee, you probably haven't met her yet, have you? She's a sister from the church who looks, a little scary and not for... She stopped by the alchemy bench once, a long time ago, and I thought maybe she was trying to find him, for work or something. But when I asked, she just said that she was curious about him because he was so intelligent. And a lot of people might have given a more tactful justification, but that's why I don't think of her as the lying type.
Rosaria doesn't look like the sort of person you'd want to get into a fight with. Maybe she just fights her way out of situations.
I can definitely see that. I've also heard the other sisters say that Rosaria doesn't even make excuses when she skips
She's a tough cookie, huh?
Well, in that case, I think Sino fits in this list too.
True. Lying's probably more trouble than it's worth for someone like him. Oh, and Paimon also nominates Razor. Bet he couldn't lie to say...
I've also got someone else in mind. Noelle, the trainee knight.
Alrighty, write her name.
Wait, there's one more person. You know, our long-standing staff...
Huh? You mean
Yes, him. Truth be told, he swore that he wouldn't say a dishonest word or slack off until he succeeds in getting the...
Timaeus has a crush?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who is it?
I've never met her. All I know is that she's from Liyue. Timaeus says that she's fun, has a great personality. Since we're on the topic, helping Timaeus win the lady of his...
But how can we help with that?
I don't know. Make sure he uses nice paper and a fancy envelope when he sends letters to her. Help him pick a nice gift and wrap it properly. That sort of thing.
Yeah. I had the same situation once in the Avidia Forest. I helped another forest ranger out by delivering a love letter to the coworker she likes.
Yep, that sort of thing exactly. Oh, also, I helped him with some of the groundwork.
Is it any good?
Sounds like a no.
Alright, guess we'll put Loverboy down on...
Okay, so last of all, we have a legend that never ends.
Lisa, perhaps? A librarian understands books best, and aren't most legends written down
When I think about legends, fairy tales and picture books come to mind.
Maybe Klee. She read a lot of fairy tales when Tainari was teaching...
Oh, of course you do. I'll put you on the list. I prefer to read things like an illustrated analysis of alchemy.
Point taken. Paimon didn't...
Klee might be a good choice. Her mother, Alice, is a renowned traveling author, so I'll...
Alright then, Klee makes the shortlist.
Well, that should just about do it. Next up.
Do we have to ask absolutely everyone on the list?
It is. So, I was thinking that...
Okie dokie.
Also, I've thought of a method of gathering feedback.
can do that.
You and the Traveler are practically joined at the hip, so you two can go together.
Capable Klee and sensible Sucrose. Okay. I promise I'll rest assured that the unbeatable Traveler...
Bon.
I plan on starting from the person with the most defined stronghold. So let's go to the library. Lisa should be there.
Stronghold? That's an...
Maybe...
How about...
Here we are. Lisa's lair.
Oh no. That was a bad word choice. Now secret...
Lisa, might I ask if...
Lisa n'est pas là.
Sucrose. Klee.
I can only sucrose that they were Klee-ing on someone. At least that's as far as I know.
Oh, please, just stop it with these puns. I beg you.
Is Lisa not here?
Surprising, isn't it? She went out. I'm afraid it's just us here looking.
Except me. I'm not here for information. Like you, I came here for an abort.
Oh, so you studied in the same darshan as Lisa?
That's right. Her mentor in Sumeru was also my benefactor. We were both
Wow, that's cool. But wait, we're getting sidetracked. We came here to look for some...
Oh? What sort of problem?
I see. You want to ask them about the flower that is not of this world, and me about the one who would never lie.
But there's no rush. You don't need to answer right away. We're just here to tell you about the situation. You can take your time to think it over and submit any thoughts you have in written form.
The Sucrose mailbox?
Yep. I was thinking about it on the way. And although they seem like trick questions, there's a lot to so I decided to place a mailbox next to the alchemy crafting table. Everyone can submit their written answer. We don't have to call it the Sucrose mailbox, though. It could just as well be called the Sucrose and Klee mailbox. Or even the
I think in this case, we can just go with your...
Sounds like a good solution. Certainly more reliable than verbal discussion alone.
Agreed. Certainly when it comes to discerning whether someone is...
Understood. Once we've had a look into it, we'll place our replies into...
Thank you all so much. Okay, let's tick them off the list and carry on working.
I'm pleasantly surprised to see those two introverts getting along so well.
Do you get the feeling that Kale's return to Mondstadt has emboldened her more control?
Yes, I'd know
Traveling and meeting old friends are both good for the body and soul. And isn't rediscovering one's youth while revisiting old haunts a...
When I first met Kale, she'd never known happiness or youth. But things are different now. Her Alizés being cured was a huge milestone in her life.
Klee is a very sensitive and introverted child. I'm sure you must have noticed that too, Albedo. From the time she's been in my care, I've observed that she's actually a very lively character by nature. But she had a very rough start in life.
So, might I assume that your respective claims of looking...
I wouldn't say that. Both Kale and Genius Invocation...
Would it really kill you to just say yes in this situation?
Fine. Yes. We came out of concern for Kale. She's been back to Mondstadt of her own accord several times. But it has led to no significant...
Well, it won't hurt to give her some more time. I believe that...
Sounds like an extension of your own self-confidence as your teacher.
You could say that. In a similar vein, I've heard that Sumeru scholars often build their social relationships based on their academic...
I suppose it might look like that from your perspective. Sumeru society is something of a special case. The reason it is known as the City of Learning, as such, academic resources equate to social capital. It is not unheard of, but the relationship between the three of us is not an academic one turned social. We've never even worked on a paper together for starters.
Oh, so the academic paper is the nexus of the
I would think of us more as siblings. An equal and pure relationship, unaffected by academic considerations.
As much as I'd prefer not to admit it, that statement is not inaccurate.
I can understand that position. I have a younger sister myself, and what you described fits the idea of a city of learning, as I imagine it. The family is where all social... By the way, who's the eldest between you?
Let's not go down this rabbit.
In terms of age, I'm the eldest, of course.
But your mental age is younger than that. I dare say even by enough to be the youngest sibling. Perhaps I could bring...
No. You will never see me admit to being the youngest sibling. Except perhaps as a last-ditch effort to turn the tables in a game of cards.
Là, on retourne sur nous. C'est un peu long à charger.
Guess we'll leave Klee and Sucrose to it. Fingers crossed, let's try our luck at the bulletin board. A lot of people tend to show up.
Herman. Lisa, Mika et Bennett.
Nice! Just as we hoped. There's a load of people here.
Et Razor. Derrière Mika qui sera obtenable. Prochaine bannière. Et c'est un 4 étoiles.
Lisa's here.
Hey there, Traveler and Paimon. It's been a while. How have you been?
We've been doing pretty well.
You look surprised, cuties. Is it because of me?
Teacher is not at the usual place.
Oh, please. It's not as if I'm glued to my chair. I like to get out for a little fresh air every once in a while. Mika's here today, so I thought it'd be a good time to introduce him to Bennett and Razor. They're all out and about quite often, so it's helpful for them to get to know one another.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mika.
Content de te revoir, on l'a jamais vu. Enchanté de faire ta connaissance. L'arpenteur de première ligne de Lord Vavenous est un jeune homme prudent et quelque peu timide. Membre de l'unité de connaissance, il est doué pour gérer.
I look forward to working with you.
No need to be so formal. We've known them for ages.
Wind Bloom. Fun?
Actually, we haven't gotten to the fun part yet. We've been busy investigating a prophecy.
A prophecy?
A good one or a bad one?
Gosh, that all sounds quite fast.
I can't believe I made it onto your list of names. You really think I'll be able to help?
Believe in your... Right. Believe in yourself. You're a...
Okay, then in that case, I'll step up and present my thoughts on the matter. Except I forgot I'm not really...
Oh, there's no need to tell us all of your thoughts right here and now. Sucrose said she'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench, so you can just write down your
crafting
thoughts when
bench.
they come to you, and drop them there.
A meticulous and efficient plan. Yep.
I will think also.
You still have other people on your list that you need to go see, right? We should leave you to it. Don't worry about us. We'll drop off our...
Okay, bye for now. Let's head over to Star Snatch Cliff next. Maybe we'll be... And even if we don't find any familiar...
Oh, you're working so hard. Do be sure to get some rest when you can. If you get tired, you know...
Ah, sucrose est collé, maintenant on passe. D'ailleurs, dans la bannière de l'événement, On voit Timéus,
Let me check
la
my
chimiste,
notes.
avec une femme justement.
This way.
Et elle a l'air de ressembler à une de Libu qu'on connaît, qu'on voit.
Got it. Kale, please follow me.
Je sais pas si on le voit là. Si là. Là c'est Timéus et la femme en question. Ah là, l'arc que j'ai mis sur... mince. Sur Yelan. Là, Klee, Amber et Noël.
Oh, it's our lucky day. There's
Amber? Wow. Oh, it's Sucrose! And Klee also spies.
La fille à la longue écharpe.
Klee, we were just talking about you. Ah, right. I don't think you've been introduced to Noelle before. Klee, this is Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
nice to meet you, Kale. I missed you the last few times you were in Mondstadt, so I'm glad to finally.
Oh, nice to meet you too, Noelle. My name is Kale.
Relax, you two. There's no need to be so courteous. We're not on
Klee, what are you doing here? Are you planning to blast some fish?
Nope. Klee's on patrol with the other knights.
Huh. Now that you mention it, it looks like everyone here's a Knight of Favonius except for Kale and me.
I'd heard that there was a very young knight in the ranks, but it's still a surprise to see with my own eyes. Kale, what do you do? I'm a trainee forest ranger in the Avidia Forest. Trainee? It means I'm not officially a fully qualified forest watcher yet.
Oh, you're just like me. I'm still working towards becoming a fully qualified knight. Technically, though the distinction is hardly relevant right now. This isn't a very...
Don't panic, Kale. Just pick a topic and join the conversation. Don't panic.
Let me guess. Were you chatting about the new guests in town?
Yep. A few folks from Sumeru have come to visit, so we're brainstorming a few nice surprises for them.
Amber!
Sorry. At least I didn't say anything about what the surprises are.
Oh no. How am I supposed to join this conversation now? What do I...
Speaking of nice surprises, we've actually had a fair...
What kind of surprise? Tell me! I'm saved. Sucrose is giving me a lead-in.
What an interesting prophecy. I have no idea what the answers could be. So essentially, you're gathering information to help you solve the riddles, correct? I'll do my best to help.
Thank you so much, Eula.
Anytime.
There's no need to answer right away. We'll put a mailbox next to the crafting bench for people to drop us a note once they've thought of something.
I'll drop something in there.
Nice idea. I think we can all commit to writing a note. We'll see what we can come up.
Yep, don't worry. You can count on us. But we do have to finish our patrol first.
What route are you taking today?
We started in the Stormbearer Mountains, and we'll end at the city gates. You'd be very welcome to join us, but it sounds like you're pretty busy with all this.
No. There's always next time. We'll
Oh,
see you later. Have... Are you okay, Kale?
Was it that obvious?
No, not at all.
So that means it was obvious.
Whatever's bothering you, you can talk to me about it if...
Thanks, Sucrose. Well, the truth is, I don't really know how to act around Amber.
Really?
We are. Amber's a really important... I don't know. I guess if I'm being completely honest, the first time I came to Mondstadt, I was really immature. I didn't want to let people in, and I was generally pretty off. Without Amber, I might not even be here today. And because of that, I really look up to her. I think that after trying and failing for several years, I think I finally realized. Looking back, it seems silly that I ever thought like that. Sucrose, would it be okay if I told you?
I already knew bits and pieces about her, but still, why did she have...
I'm sorry. We've only just met and I'm already dumping all of this on you. This is why I get so frustrated at myself.
No, it's fine. People don't open up about their deepest feelings unless they really trust the other person. And, I mean... You've probably noticed by now, but I don't have the best social skills either. I always just end up talking about the things I'm interested in, but even so, you still listen to me when I talk my head off about alchemy. If you hadn't told me all of those things, I never would have guessed that you struggle so much.
Really?
Yeah. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. All the feelings that you talked about just now, I totally get it. It takes so much more effort for us introverts to fit into... When you were saying about how you try to think about what to say in advance, and you're constantly terrified of saying the wrong thing and In fact, before meeting you, I'd never met anyone who seemed so similar to myself. Oh, I'm not very good at giving words of comfort or anything, and I'm not gonna tell you to just get over it or stop worrying about it. How about we...
Sucrose has stopped talking, but for some reason, this doesn't feel awkward at all. In Sumeru, I always like to find a quiet place to just sit and watch the scenery, but it's always by myself. Mondstadt's breeze is so gentle and soft.
Hey, Klee. See that cloud over there? Then, maybe we're...
Thank you, Sucrose.
Yeah, it helps a lot, doesn't it? I also vent to my flasks sometimes. The next time we get the chance, I have to show
your tetra...
2 of my favorite things I've made. They're really cool. Oh! I brought some crackers with me. You want one? There's cheese...
Sure!
Aw, look! They're enjoying the sea.
Shall we? No, it's fine.
We're not what Klee needs right now. She needs a new friend. Someone different.
I don't get...
There is. You'll understand once you're a little older, Klee. People can draw different kinds of strength from different kinds of friends. And...
Et... De l'autre côté, le vent frais souffle sur la falaise arrache-étoile.
Snatch Cliff! We made it! Paimon hopes we find someone we...
Help!
Who's that yelling? Let's hurry and take... Timaeus? And we also have Rosaria and Mona?
Good question. What kind of a motley crew is this?
It's been a while, traveler.
You two are looking pretty good. I trust you've been well. Yep, we're definitely faring a lot better than this poor guy on the ground.
Hey, please don't rub salt in my wound.
Oh, you're one to talk. If this sister hadn't grabbed you in time, then you'd have been seriously hurt if...
I know. I really am grateful, miss.
Don't mention it. Just lending a hand.
Quite literally. And had she not lent him a hand and pulled him up, he would have gone tumbling down the cliffside.
What happened? Did Timaeus...
Well, so what actually happened was I came to Star Snatch Cliff today to pick some flowers.
But you still came up here and...
Yes, I did. Because there's something I just...
Oh, I hardly think giving flowers to your crush is worth throwing one's...
It's rare to run into someone with a death wish in this area.
I don't have a death wish. I just didn't think it would really come true. I mean, when Mona said it would be dangerous, I thought I'd be fine as... I'm telling you, I'm just here chasing the love of my life.
Okay, that explains you. But
I was looking for a quiet place to escape the crowds. I wasn't planning on having to save a life along the way.
So that's why the scryglass just showed danger instead of fatal danger.
Very funny. Anyway,
just trying our luck. We've got a lot of people we need to see today.
Huh?
I see. So all we'll need to do is find some clues.
I can't believe there's a prophecy like this. Oh, I guess this means everyone will find out about my crush. I came here because I wanted to give some Cecilias to the girl I love.
No one asked. Please, do not subject us to your gushing about your girlfriend. You said you need clues, right? Well, in that case, Mona Magistus the astrologist will provide you with a personally handwritten letter.
You can be on your way now. We won't keep you any longer.
Alright, then let's head back for now and meet up with everyone else.
Will do.
Il faut qu'on retourne à mon stat à côté de la table de synthèse. Hop. Aïe.
We're back! Oh, but it looks like you two beat us.
Welcome back.
Yep, we managed to...
We got back a little early, so we took some time just now to put the mailbox... We got really lucky today. The vendors were feeling super generous, so we didn't even...
Don't worry about me. I'm used to working in the rainforest. I get splinters all the time.
We've already wrapped up everything on our to-do list for today. So, all we need to do now is wait. Traveler, Paimon, why don't you get some rest?
You're definitely your master's student, Sucrose. As long as you are Albedo...
Stop.
Wait. Actually, there's one thing that still needs taking care of.
I'll go with Sucrose to return the leftover materials to the vendors.
Yeah, now would be a good time for a break. Once everything is ready, let's meet up here again and collate all the information we've gathered.
C'est qui?
Sounds like a plan.
La personne qui a laissé la note, peut-être? Bon, je dois encore payer à manger à Paimon, là. Putain, qu'est-ce qu'elle bouffe?
Is everything packed up and ready? What do you think about meeting up at 5 to go to my house?
Yes, everything's ready. I've packed some great wine and
Ham? Look, we've known each other for quite some time now. Don't you think it's been long enough for you to remember that we only eat bacon in my house?
I must remember to get some milk today on my way. Please, feel free to pay a visit to...
Enjoying the scenery?
Oh, Tante Ford! Are you here for some food as well?
Oh, I can put something on your tab? Well, that's a pity. I already had I shall take you up on your kind offer and... Anywho, you should be getting ready to thank me.
What kind of...
Behold!
What is it?
It's what you need the most right now. The answer to the prophetic puzzle. Simply head to the location marked on the map and you'll find the lantern you've been looking for. If I were you, I wouldn't just go and reveal the secret right away. A secret is like a well-aged brew. The aroma from the bottle is sweetest when revealed in the company, then it's settled. I'll leave you to your business for now. Also, if you have some time...
Oh, you're starting that...
I sure am. Nobody else has signed up this year, though. So, anyway, see.
He always looks so relaxed whenever we run into him.
Excuse me, if you don't mind.
Oh? Who are you?
You may call me Scarlet. Just like you, I'm a traveler visiting Mondstadt from another land. Mind if I buy you a drink? Leaving the door open for another time, I see. I can tell that you've dealt with a lot of people during your travels.
You can tell? Well, we are.
I can. That's why I tried to strike. I was on my way to go shopping earlier when I overheard your conversation next to the crafting bench. From what I could gather...
Yep, Bazaar is...
Don't you think it sounds just like the kind of story that would happen in Mondstadt? Anyway, that's why I wanted to ask you a favor. Not so much the prophecy itself, but Mondstadt as a nation. I was born in a distant land, but I have family and friends who once lived in Mondstadt for a long time. They said, as it happens, someone I know has an anniversary.
What do you think about Mondstadt so far?
It certainly lives up to its...
We think so too.
So, about the prophecy... Thank you. I'll leave it to you then.
She definitely isn't dressed like a local, huh? Where do you think her hometown could be?
Please find me a flower that is not of this world. And a guide find me one who would never lie, as well as a legend that never ends. I never thought I'd have someone secretly following me, even in a free city like Mondstadt. Good day to you, miss.
Elle est bizarre. Encore des primos. Et l'acte 3. Il faut encore attendre.
It's time! It's time! Let's go meet Sucrose and Klee at the crafting bench! Hey, we're here!
Traveler, Paimon, great timing. We got a lot of...
Nice work!
Well, the real work hasn't even started yet.
La lettre de Tilnari. Ouais, je lis un peu en diagonale. Mika. Ok. Une personne qui ne ment pas là. Oh bah elle a écrit un roman. Hasard. Bonne chance mes petits choux.
Let me quickly summarize what we found out about Tainari believes that on closer examination it might be logically paradoxal, while Albedo says that, as for my answer, I think a clock in the shape of a flower would constitute one.
That is, here's what we've gathered regarding a guide who will never get. Mona said that she'd like to join us in uncovering the secret behind the prophecy, while Bennett suggests Fischl, Mona, or the Traveler as potential candidates. Mika didn't submit much, but he did draw a vegetation map for Master Tainari and wrote up a dragon spotting calendar for Sino. Amber also wrote in. She said that she sees herself as nobody's guide, but everybody's friend.
As for one who would never lie, Rosaria removed herself from consideration, but both Razor and Sino were willing to support us in our search. Timaeus seems to have forgotten to write to us.
And finally, this is what we've gathered on a legend that never ends. Klee said that her mom has a number of friends who like to write storybooks. Lisa believes that legends live forever in people's hearts. I think that for a legend to be never-ending, So, what are the answers to the... you're really smart, Paimon. I bet you can figure it all out in no time.
Or, let's all share our thoughts on...
Wait! Wait for me!
Oh, Timaeus! What brings you...
I'm sorry, I really am. The time just got away from me and I didn't get around to writing that letter.
Huh? This is kinda sudden. Not that we don't trust you, Timaeus, but, could you elaborate a little?
Of course, of course. Do you still remember the time I, collaborated? Well, basically, she helped me out a lot.
Wait! So Ying-Er is the girl from Lilith, and we always assumed you were hard at work every time we saw you at the crafting bench. So you've just been writing letters to Ying-Er the whole time?
No, I mean, not all the time. I've done some work anyway. A few months ago, I made a vow to the heavens that I will be true.
So, at Starsnatch Cliff, you were...
Well, that's right. The Cecilia flower is said to represent a once wayward heart, transformed by the power. I know full well that Miss Ying-Er is far more knowledgeable than I in both the ways of... which brings me to the subject of the last few days and the Wind Bloom. But yesterday, Albedo told me that Sucrose has been working hard to help another girl achieve her dream.
Huh?
And when I went to take a look at our roster, I saw that she'd done my remaining work for me. I feel incredible. I've been spending all of my time in my own fantasy world while everyone else has been bending over backwards to help.
Oh, Timaeus.
And that's why I've decided to join you.
But then what about...
Yeah. Haven't you been planning this for over a month now? You said you...
Well, yes. I did mention in my letters that I'd like her to visit, which is why I just sent her another gift. I explained that a matter of great importance has presented itself, to which I must devote my full... I made sure to package the gift and letter with the greatest care. Point being, please know that I sincerely want to support...
Well, you certainly really commence Paimon with that speech.
Thank you.
Ah, thank you, everyone.
Okay, so it looks like we found. Great! Let's keep it up. Okay, Paimon will do the honors. Ahem. We have with us here the flower, the guide, the legend, and... Huh? Why did you only say Timaeus' name? You should say my... All right. That's me!
Klee here. This all somehow feels like we're getting ready for a field trip.
There's nothing wrong with a more relaxed atmosphere, is there? Of course. We will soon see if my hypothesis...
Actually,
Me too.
But weren't you all fired up?
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, I'm a little worried too.
I know what you're feeling. Saying any...
Well, does anyone know the exact location?
According to the prophecy... Oh, we know something about that.
What? Wow, that's amazing.
Then we'll let you lead the way.
This is it! We're off to...
Merde. Hop là.
Take it easy.
Je vais me TP là. Ah, c'est en haut.
Quit following, the wind rises.
According to the map, it should be somewhere around here. Aww. I don't see any Now that I think about it, the prophecy didn't say anything about what the lantern...
Traveler, are you trying to figure out something else from...
Paimon's reading too. But there's nothing above us. The wind didn't... Place the squirrel on the back of the pointy-eared cat, and a pious puppy will open the doors to show you... Look!
What a strong wind current. Let's...
Huh? We'll have to fly...
Here.
This is the first time I've ever flown like this!
Donc c'est ça la lanterne.
How did this little island get up here in the sky? It's just to be safe. I've been jotting down our entire route here. This way. Oh, good. Who would have thought we'd find this kind of table here?
I never would have guessed that such a place could exist.
Wow, look at that pretty lantern on the table.
There seems to be something on the back of this chair. Take your seat, present your answers, and you... Well, as far as instructions go, I guess that...
So we just need to do as it says, right?
Wait a second.
Huh? What is...
We'd better make sure this place is safe before taking our seats. Everyone?
Well, all our questions and doubts aside, the scenery here is pretty amazing. It'd be impossible to feel stressed here.
How is everything, Albedo?
Everything seems to be fine. But I also couldn't find any overt Well, it seems that wrong answers won't have any catastrophic consequences. Everyone, I would like to suggest that we try some risky answers on our first attempt.
That sounds kind...
Ah, I get what he means. If we do as he says, then...
I see. Mona, is there something... Oh, are you hungry? I brought some snacks.
Thank you for offering. While Albedo was checking just now,
I gave my scryglass a spin, hoping to find some There's a strange aura to this place. It's almost as... But if nothing here has actually been physically...
What do you mean, Mona?
Never mind. It's not...
Don't leave us up.
Yes, let's test the hypothesis.
Come on, join us,
Oh, all right. Okay. Then I'll answer the first question.
You can do it, Zucra.
Then I would fetch a tetragenic sweet flower.
Alright, I'm up next.
Klee, I hope you found your answer.
My answer is... For a long time, I have been guided by others. Although I still haven't made a name for myself, and I want to help others the same way Amber, Master Tainari, Sino, and everyone else helped me. Now...
Alright, it's up to me to answer the third part. Although I've never really had any other virtues or talents, I'd like to thank everyone too.
And last but not least, I will answer the final part. There's no tale more befitting the title of a legend.
Wait! The lantern just lit up! Whoa! All four... Huh? But...
Klee, could I ask you to stand up for a second?
Oh, alright. Huh? What's going on? Why is it lighting up regardless of who's sitting in the chair?
It's pretty clear now, isn't it? We've just proven that there is...
No right answer?
Although the instructions had come from an old and enigmatic prophecy, it is in fact nothing like the ancient mechanism that...
And to think, I never expect...
What? There's someone else here?
We meet again, traveler.
Hey! You're that Outlander we met...
It's all thanks to you that I was able to find this place. Good thing that you were too preoccupied with the problem.
Oh, is that so? Then, why do I spy yet another person following it?
Wait, really?
There's no need for pleasantries. You should know...
Is it just because I'm a visitor from a...
I was there when you snuck your way into Marjorie's place.
Huh. So you had your eyes on me even then, huh?
It's hard not to notice you when I'm on duty every day.
All right. In that case, I'll admit it.
Huh? But why?
Don't worry. Even though you probably have plenty of reservations... In fact, many of you here today may have heard the code name of the one who left the prophecy to me. She hailed from an ancient assembly of powerful women, each of whom...
Who would have guessed? It seems that power was indeed...
Ah, so you're B student. It's an honor to meet you. I am Scarlet, the successor of Jay.
Well, what are you talking...
It's a long story, but I'm not quite sure that I'm... Since you've all spent so much time and energy trying to decipher this prophecy, you must also... The lantern has already been lit. Now then, please allow me to disturb your happy peace.
Huh. Why did this little thing just light up? How strange.
Hello? On the other side of the lantern. Can... Mom?
Oh, I hear many.
Madam, I am Scarlet, the success...
Oh! Since we've last gathered, Jay's successor has already become so reckless and bold.
Wait. Why are you talking just like the old hag?
Old hag? Who would dare say...
Who are you? Who dares imitate my master?
And what of imitation and mimicry?
Oh, it's Alice. I'm here too.
Mom, why are you trying to talk like a...
So I see everyone...
Miss Alice, why...
Well, it's been many years since this lantern last lit up. You can't blame me for thinking that one of the old friends from my youth may have decided to catch up.
Why she sounds so coy, all of us?
And if I recall correctly, we left this lantern in the care of the Animo Archon Barbados. You must be commended for... Tell me, are you sitting around my beloved?
It's a really long tape.
Oh, so you are. I suppose this means even the Animal Archon has granted you entry to this place.
Wait. Paimon's completely lost now. So what was this?
Oh, Miss Alice, would it be all right to leave the explanation of that to you?
Well, you should be rewarded for making it all the way up here and activating the lantern. Now then, let me tell you a long and... Ever heard of the Hexenzirkel? As the spooky name suggests, it's a secret society. Once upon a time, it even challenged the Animal Archon himself. But he replied, "Let us make music, not war, and resolve our conflicts through song." From then on, the mages would only ever convene in the woods, in the skies, or on the edges of cliffs. At these tea parties, they discussed their stories and secrets and resolved their differences, as the tea and cakes bore witness to their pledge never to fight amongst themselves.
Yesterday, I snuffed out the life of my beloved. He had grown old and was extremely sick. He loved me dearly, so I took his fate in my hands and ended his pain.
I'm raising a son. Of all the children I had, he's the only one left. But I suppose that still makes me a mother.
My lifespan is nothing compared to yours, so I wish to leave you with my storybook. Actually, maybe you can pass it on to your children one day.
Oh, this looks interesting. Let me scry.
My dear sisters, we mustn't let prophecies threaten our bonds of friendship. Even the most frightening witch was once a little girl, and growing up can be so tough. Sometimes we all need to vent our troubles to the wind. Even if the nations go to war, or the sky falls down, the mages' tea parties shall forever be held around this table.
So this is where the legendary mages held their...
That's right. We often met here to
Then what about the part saying that if we light the lantern...
About that. I never expected anyone other than Jay to actually read the full contents of that prophecy. It's a little embarrassing. The truth is, that prophecy was actually just a letter that we sent to Jay as...
So it was indeed written...
I must thank you for resisting the urge to immediately reveal the truth to everybody, Albedo. Knowing you probably figured out everything the moment.
No, it took me a little longer than that.
A flower that is not of this world, a guide who will never get lost, one who would never lie, and a legend that never ends. These 4 descriptions, when a member of the organization had to leave the group to spend the rest of her days with her beloved, the other mages would write down this prophecy and send it to her to invite her for a final get-together. A flower that is not of this world signifies, of course, flowers that do not naturally exist in this world. This is the... If there's anyone in this world who could create a flower species that does not yet exist, it would be her. The guide who will never get lost is N, otherwise known as Nicole. You may not have encountered her yet, but she is a truly extraordinary woman. Some of you may be fortunate enough to have already heard her voice. Like a prophetess, she will only speak to guide people toward the truth when a change has occurred. She has a tendency to suddenly speak in someone's...
Il m'a parlé quand nous enquêtons sur Nomade.
If one day you would be unfortunate enough to run into a truly dangerous situation, she may use her voice to guide the way forward for you.
Who would have guessed that there are so many mysterious women in this world?
The one who would never lie is... me. I hope no one would take offense. It's just that I, Alice, or A for short, have always had it. As for a legend that never ends, you may not know M in person, but you've likely encountered one of her works. Have any of you ever read The Boar Princess?
Huh? I'm pretty sure every...
It's also one of my favorite stories. M was an Don't you think such a person would deserve a seat?
Paimon's getting more and more
It may sound hard to believe, but I can attest to everything that Alice has said. Jay was also a mortal who aged and passed on, leaving her title to her students and followers. Alice, you've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. It's now been centuries since the first of us took on her mantle. I've always wanted to meet you.
Do you also want to become a mage?
Title aside, I think I'm more interested in them. I used to think that the Hexen Circle was a group of women who could control the very fate of this world. But
do you think less of us now?
No, not at all. My interest has been piqued and I'm not—
You're right. I've never acknowledged any of Jay's successors. But you are different. You are much more fascinating than any—
Oh, has someone finally piqued Aunt Alice's interest?
Now is not a good time, Scarlet, but as soon as I am able, I will seek you out for a meeting. I want you to tell me all about Jay's married life back in her hometown.
So the mage who received the prophecy letter from all of you was Jay? She left the Hexen Circle after getting married?
Precisely. There was only one way the letter could have been interpreted. She would have known what we meant. Please come to see us again. Before you go and settle forever with your happiness, please come share some of it with your best friends and sisters.
So, the Supreme Blessing—
All journeys are fleeting and will eventually come to an end. What will give us the most fulfillment and happiness in the end, dear child? I believe you can also understand what I am talking about. We women will always have many troubles and encounter pain, but no matter how hard things may become, we will cross mountains and oceans to see our best. As long as we can be with our beloved friends, our hearts will be filled with joy.
I still don't get it, but I do know that all the mages are Mom's best friend.
If you ask how I see it, the Hexen Circle is just a group of ladies that I spent my youth with anyway. I'll introduce some of the other members to you all later. I still have a few things to attend to, so this will have to do.
Bye, Mom! Todoko says bye, too!
Goodbye, darling, and farewell to all of our other friends as well. Oh, now that I think of it, isn't it getting close to that time of year?
Yes, it's Wind Bloom. It's also a special anniversary date. I'm sure you still remember.
Yes, I do remember now. It was on just in time for the Festival of Love and Freedom.
Whoa! Ah, Albedo! Why didn't you tell me we'd have to glide all the way back down?
Et on retourne à mon stat.
Are you okay, Timaeus? Maybe you...
I'm fine. I'm just a little glider sick, that's all.
You may want to look into getting your own gliding license when you have the time. It might...
It sounds like you've still got something on your mind. Why don't you...
It's nothing, really. It's just... Well, Alice is... But still... Of course, I didn't actually expect the Supreme...
Don't say that. None of this was your fault, Timaeus. Honestly,
if anything, it should be my fault for finding that prophecy.
Oh, no. I didn't mean to blame the two of you either. I just feel like this whole adventure didn't really end on a high note, and...
But I'd say we still learned some...
Well, that aside, Timaeus, you still need to go to Liyue to apologize to Yingar, right? Do you want Klee and I to accompany...
Oh, Miss Yingar. Well, I mean...
Hey, you three? you may want...
Huh? Miss Yingar?
Oh, so that's Miss Yingar?
Yep, that's her. And she actually can...
I am so sorry, Miss Yingar, but how did you...
Are you so happy?
Of course I am. I'm so happy that,
I was ready to give you a harsh scolding. But now that I've seen you like this, you said you couldn't come to pick me up because of a very important matter, right? Well then, of course...
I wouldn't. You'll get hit by a forest boar if you interrupt a couple's romantic conversation.
Oh, really?
I am so glad to see Timaeus find his happiness.
I have to say, I'm even more envious of you, Sucrose. You can be happy just to see others happy. And you gave me so much help without any expectations in return.
But if you say that, then I'd say I'm also nowhere near as brave. I've never visited Sumeru, or made many friends from outside of Mondstadt. Maybe I'll get shy and flustered when I meet other people I don't... Since we are so alike, you probably get what I'm trying to say.
But isn't it too late now for me to learn to accept myself?
Well... Do you know anything about the blooming cycles of...
I may have read...
That's a topic that my parents used to talk about back when they were still dating. Surprising, right? My mom brought it up at dinner one time last month. She called my dad the most boring man she knew, and said that he even turned up late to a date. But she also said that learning is just another part of life. It's never too late to start something. As long... Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, I'll try. They're really having a great conversation. Paimon can't even...
I nearly forgot.
This texture...
Yep. I believe I mentioned my sweet flower research to you before. These are the seeds. It's nothing too special, but they're the best cultivars. They're super sweet and easy to grow and keep. I'm also submitting them as my wind blooms for this year. I wish that the Animo Archon could also see...
Thank you. I'll plant them in the...
Klee, please take these notes with you. I've heard that you've been working hard on your studies, so I've prepared some study materials for you at Sucrose's request. Feel free to look through them whenever you can find the time. Mondstadt's...
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Sucrose, now's your chance.
You're right. I almost forgot. Klee.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Huh? It was like a little cloud of happiness.
Well, luckily, there's still some breath left in the test. I'll keep working on it and let you know as soon as I have any breaks.
Yeah, you can write to me. I'll be sure to respond as soon as I receive...
Oh, it looks like you found a new pen pal.
Master Tighnari!
If your friendship was forged in a test tube, does that make you test friends forever?
That's it. I think you've ruined Sumeru's reputation in Mondstadt.
All that matters is that I've enjoyed Mondstadt immensely. The dragon here possesses a majestic form.
Oh, that reminds me. Traveler, this card back is for you. Saino wanted you to have one for yourself. If I had to guess...
I'm a master of the game. Do you dare?
Can you believe this guy?
Wait! I've got something to give you too.
Huh? Klee?
Yeah! I figured I should follow local Mondstadt customs and prepare to... I made these bookmarks from Sumeru roses at the hotel. I want to give them to Amber, Master Tighnari, and Saino. During Wind Bloom, Mondstadters offer flowers to the people most important.
But Tighnari said that we're not anything like an academic family. He wouldn't write joint papers with...
Well, in this case, we can consider ourselves as regular siblings. And that should...
Oh, and here are some Padisara seeds as well. These are for the Traveler.
Whoa, are these really for us?
So, are these your children?
One of them.
Both potty sours and Sumeru roses are my wind bloom. Although they're not native to Mondstadt, they are the flowers that can best express my feelings. I want to give them to the people I feel thankful for. To those who... I wish the real blessing in life is when you are surrounded by people who you'd miss day and night, and who you'd want to see even if that meant crossing mountains and oceans to do so. I'm so... Sucrose, do you see that cloud over there? Huh? Doesn't it look just like your...
Ok. Tourbillon lapis lazuli. Hop. Ouais, du coup, j'ai toutes les petites quêtes, toutes les petites missions là à faire. Enfin, les missions, les... Les mini-jeux. Voilà, cherchez le mot. Voilà, j'ai débloqué fin de Noël, Jonah, Thomas. Je peux prendre Sayu aussi. Et puis Dia. Mais par contre, cet après-midi, on fera ça. Ça et ça. Soit je le ferai en stream, soit hors stream. On verra. Je peux peut-être faire 3-4 streams encore, Genshin, pour faire tout ça. Ça reste toujours. Les bannières, il reste 14 jours. Donc dans 2 semaines, il y aura Ayaka. Par contre, ce qui est chiant, c'est qu'il y a Bennett. J'aurais bien voulu Bennett, en vrai. Mais bon, tant pis. Hop. Ah oui, ils ont ajouté une escapade, celle de Farouzan. Et j'ai vu qu'il y en aurait une qui pourrait être ajoutée, celle de Layla. C'est vrai que Farouzan et Layla sont 2 persos qui ont une histoire et tout, mais qu'on ne rencontre jamais. Même s'il me semble que Farouzan, je l'ai déjà vu. Mais Layla, on le voit pas. Je peux changer de perso comme ça. Bah, je l'ai pas vu dans CJ. Ah si, elle est là. Et d'ailleurs, c'est la première escapade de Sumeru. Parce que le dernier perso, là, c'était Shikanoine et Ezu. D'ailleurs, c'est un peu mélangé, c'est marrant. Il y en a pas... Ah si, là, ils sont là. Il n'y en a pas beaucoup Libu, j'allais dire. Parce qu'on a fait lui. Ça, c'est mon stat. Donc, mon stat, Libu, mon stat, Inazuma, Inazuma. Libu, Inazuma, Libu, Inazuma, puis Sumeru. Mais ce sera pour cet après-midi. On fera la quête Caribert, ça s'appelle. Donc on fera ça. Caribert et... ce sera pas mal. Toujours en stream, ouais. Mais j'étais en train de jouer même, mais cool. Bref. Bon, sur ce, je vais aller me faire à manger. On se retrouve cet après-midi vers peut-être 1 heure. Comme ça, 1 heure et demie. On fera Caribert. Ça risque d'être long, je pense. Comparé à la quête. Je pense que c'est aussi long que peut-être le truc du gouffre. Enfin, quoique, avec Dance Left, c'est quand même un peu plus rapide que ça. On verra. On verra. Bon, sur ce, si vous voulez, vous pouvez aller sur YouTube voir toutes les précédentes VOD. Donc, là, les précédentes VOD, c'est du The Witcher. Et vous pouvez aussi aller sur Twitter pour être averti des lives. Voilà. Et si vous êtes sur YouTube, n'hésitez pas à passer sur Twitch. Donc, c'est twitch.tv/xAurelien_. Voilà. Sur ce, je vous dis à tout à l'heure. Comme ça, on fait Caribert. Et après, si on a le temps, on fera d'autres trucs. Sinon, ça partira sur un prochain stream. Jeudi, ouais. Jeudi matin. Non, peut-être pas jeudi. Oh, je sais plus. Je regarderai. Mais... Oh, pardon. Les prochains streams, on fera du coup 4 histoires d'IA, des quêtes, les mini-jeux, voir à quoi ils ressemblent. Et on fera aussi des escapades. J'en ai 3 pour l'instant. Je peux en débloquer une 4ème même. Demain, j'aurai encore une autre clé. Bon, sur ce, je vous laisse. Je vous dis à tout à l'heure. Sur YouTube dans 2 jours. Et bon appétit. Ciao, ciao.